Hello everybody, Tuesday, Vaal Racing. Trust it's been a good one for you. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish up with a Fairview meeting yesterday. We lost that Poly meeting. I do know that the Bipod landed and you got at least 70% of the money profit-wise, although only a few races had run. And that's okay. At least we came out winners, I guess. We move on to the Vaal and we look forward to it. We are on social media. So for those of you that are on Twitter, we @Waited2Win is our handle. We've got a Waited2Win number that's on the screen for you. You can just take that down as well. And remember, we're also on YouTube now. So you just got to search basically the YouTube channel. Look for Waited2Win. Look for today's show. Normally an hour or two before the first race that's up and running. Okay, I've got Daryl Marie and I've got Darren Burrows, both in action. So we've got the A team to take you through this Tuesday meeting. Vaal main track. The first, of course, is run over 1,200 metres up the straight. Have a look at the market, which indicates at this point in time that the Candice Dawson run is the favourite at 11-10. A horse called Houston, they spoke about that first time out, but a word about it was that it probably needed the run. Uncle Ticky Bird, 5-1 second choice. Heard Paul Peter say that on the Track Talk interview, comes back as a gelding. And there's a first time in here from his stable, which I think he said might need the run. A horse called Gimme Gorgeous, who's trading at 8-1. I'll start with Darren Burrows. It's the start of the Bipod, Darren. And it does seem to be a healthy card in terms of punter-friendly, or what do you think?
Yes, I believe so. I think it's a very punter-friendly card, and I think the guys must get involved with the exotics, the PA, the Pick Six, and try and catch it full or multiple times, because I don't think we're going to see big payouts today, but very catchable. Starting on race 1, I like this horse Houston. Now, on debut, he was backed from 12-1 into 2-1. He ran a creditable third behind Twice the Storm. We saw Twice the Storm come out to win his very next start. There's been 2 direct winners from that race. And with natural improvement, I really believe he'll be hard to beat. Uncle Ticky Bird, first run as a gelding. He doesn't quite round his races off. Maybe the gelding's done the trick, but I'm quite strong on Houston.
Okay, quite strong on Houston for Darren. Let's bring Daryl Marie in, yeah? I mean, you'll get an idea, I guess. Daryl, Paul Peter trained that horse Twice the Storm. I think they backed that also. They were very confident. Houston seemed to run a creditable race anyway, and they'll get a line in terms of how good Twice the Storm is when you compare it to the likes of Uncle Ticky Bird. Would you have a bet on Houston, straight up?
I much prefer Twice the Storm as a racehorse than Uncle Ticky Bird. But like Paul mentioned, he's having his first run as a gelding. The same can be said with number 11, Mtombo Walwazi. They could certainly improve on the form that they've shown to date. But Clyde, you know, this horse, Houston, came to the track with a huge reputation. The money was down. In the computer form, the comment says decent debut. Clyde, he lost his race at the start. They took him out. He was on the back foot from the get-go. And I thought he ran a decent race in third. He can improve in leaps and bounds. And the reputation that he brings has to be highly...
Yeah, you're right. He is one of those horses that did come in with a reputation, Daryl. You're correct. And I don't know, though, even if he jumped on terms if he would have beaten Twice the Storm, because I think Twice the Storm slammed him. Yeah,
Twice the Storm, Clyde had the racing experience. And when you lose lengths at the start, it's not easy to make it up. Especially the going at the moment is very hard and fast. And he was a good few lengths off. Clyde, he could be anything, this horse. I know that the stable will regard him very, very highly. So I expect him to win. Desert Fox, number 4, you know, there's a computer form comment. Speedy. Pierce Stratham was meant to ride him on the inside track.
He's in London.
That got scratched. He's a half brother. No, he's a full brother to the Drumstar winner, Savannah Storm. So he could feature on debut. Throw him into your trifectas and quartets. Houston to open up the first leg of the Bipod, Clyde.
Okay, well, Bipods, let's get to that. We'll put the Bipod up now and see what we want to do. This is what the Bipod looks like. Daryl, this is your Bipod. You've got a few bankers in there, I see.
Yes, Clyde, I've opened up in the first leg with banker number 6, Houston. I've also bankered the 1 in race 3. That's Now I Got You. I've bankered the 1 in race 4. And I've bankered the 6 at the back. That's Twice as Splendid. The perm is a R9 cost.
Queen of Smoke is priced up favourite to win this race from the Stuart Pettigrew stable. Number 11 on the card is 11-10. There's a first timer in here, Lorna Lily, but very quiet market-wise from Lucky Hoodalaka's stable, is 7-1. And I guess there are a few other first-timers in the race, but the market not indicating that they're fancied at this point in time. We never know. This is being recorded at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Darren Burrows joins me, second race place accumulator. This is a PA bank, I'd imagine, Darren?
Yes, we have opted to bank Queen of Smoke in the PA. You know, on debut behind Time for Orchids, there's been 6 winners from that form line. And then she showed natural improvement to run second to Jinquin, and I expect her to get off the mark at the third time of asking. Over horses like Lorna Lily, a Flower Alley first-timer, but there's been no market support. So I'm pretty confident Queen of Smoke will go close to winning.
Yeah, Queen of Smoke in the company of a horse like Jinquin, who's trained by Lucky Udalakis Darrell, which will give Lucky an idea, you know, if Lorna Lily's any, good or close to Jinquin. I don't know. But if that was the case, I guess the horse would have shortened by now. But who knows?
The market's certainly spoken for the favourite, Clyde. I think she was priced up at 2-1. She's 9 to 11 at 10. I don't think there's any value at her current odds. Made good improvements in her second start. That form line hasn't exactly stood up, unlike her debut efforts. In her latest form line, 3 runners, all 3 unplaced. But she can only improve, and she's lightly raced. She holds the more experienced Tried and True by 2 lengths. Interesting that they're drawn wide apart on either side of the track, Clyde. Let's see if the track does have a bias. On form, there's only 2 lengths separating the 2 of them. I like the look of number 15 of Clyde, Masava. I thought that was a very decent debut. I know she was well beaten, but the winner was a runaway winner. She only finished 2 lengths behind the red hot favourite in Gregarious Gal. She was only asked to run very late in that race, and she was closing in on the favourite on that occasion. She's a half-sister to Heaven's Girl, the nursery winner, so she's well related, and I think she's got loads of improvement to come. So for me, I believe the value is number 15, Masava.
But from a place accumulator perspective, you would agree to bank her?
Yeah, Queen of Smoke should certainly finish in the top 3. If she doesn't, we're going to be in trouble throughout the day.
Okay, well, Darren's worked out this PA. Let's put the PA up, guys, and let's see what the story is for race number 2. And Darren, again, I see... Well, I'm not going to challenge you on this because the last time you did this, you caught it. And it paid 10 Rand. So let's hope that you can do the same today.
Yes, last week we caught it straight line, paying 10 times your money. And I expect the payout to be around 7 to 14 Rand at the end of the day. But I do believe we can catch this PA. It's 11 by 1 by 1 by 2 by 4 by 1 by 6 at the back. At a cost of 1 Rand or 250 Rand, will give you 250 times. 250
times. Daryl, you as brave as that? You'll take that PA straight line?
I'm not as brave as Darren is. But Clyde, just for the trifectas and quartets in the second race, at number 6, Summer of Dreams. She's back in maiden company. And the winner of her last start was a runaway winner, so she didn't finish too far off the second place runner.
Okay, we'll add the 6 in trifectas, quartets, but that's your PA straight line. Maiden Played Field, it lines up over 1,600 metres. You'd never say so when you look at this horse's favourite. This horse, Now I Got You, in the company that Now I Got You's been associated with. You would have thought, if you didn't know any better, it's a 2 or a 3-time winner. But this is Now I Got You's chance for Corrie Lensley at 1 to 4. Race over, Darren, or what?
Yes, Clyde, it should be race over. Bank in all bets. He's run second in Grade 1 company. He ran 5th over a mile in Grade 1 company. I'm not sure he's best over a mile, maybe 1,400, but in maiden company, he should really get it right in style. So now I got you a banker, and Battleground is open to improvement for second.
Okay, thank you from your side, Darren. Daryl, no seconds or what? You taking this horse on?
No, Clyde, if you do like your total to comes, certainly add him in. You're not going to get rich, but he's going to win today. He's making his maiden class debut, Clyde. Darren touched on the field he's been contesting, and surely if he gets beat here, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, yeah. So Darren likes number 2, Battleground, for second. I'm going to be playing the exact to the other route. I'm going to go Banker 1 by 3 and 4. Either Captain Throne or Bronze Sword to run second. Battleground, there wasn't too much confidence when making his debut. I don't know, let's see how it goes, but he is open to improvement.
All right. Now I Got You is the one to beat, hard to beat, and straightforward play. 1 to 4, no surprises at all. Yeah, let's put our pick 6 up for the weighted to win team. Well, Darren Burrows is pick 6, and Darren, you're opening up with the confidence naturally.
Yes, I think the whole country is going to be banking the first two legs. That's the reason why I've played short and want to catch it a few times, because I don't think it's going to pay a lot of money. I have thrown a roughie or two in, like Whirly Whirly at the back. That could spring a surprise. I'm going 1 by 1, by 2 and 3, by 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, by 1, 4 and 5, by 1, 2, 5 and 6 at the back.
We're on to race number 4 now, and a colourful pass from the Corrie Lensley stable at 4-10 favourite. Second choice in the market is a first-timer that Corrie's got here called Green Light Stranger, who's currently trading at 11-2. And then you got that horse Nathan Kalen, who's trading at 6-1, 10-1 bar those three. Green Light Ranger, I don't know if you know anything about this first time at Darren, but Corey's got the odds-on favourite to colourful past, and he's probably hoping to run first and second here.
Well, I'm not too sure about the first-timer, but she's not going to meet a much weaker field to open her account. But a colourful past, when I opened the race card at first, I looked at number 1 and I saw a mile, and I thought this filly's not really a miler. I think she's best over 1,400 meters, as she didn't round her race off last time. But when I looked into the field, the quality of the field, there's absolutely no opposition. So I landed on number 1 as a banker. Last time out, ran 4th to Light of Day over the mile. We saw Tulip Tree come out to win from that form line, and I think that's good enough to open her account.
Okay, well, I think Tulip Tree probably strong enough. If Tulip Tree had to run here, it should probably win it, right?
Yeah, if you think she was lining up here, she'd be 1-20, Clyde.
Yeah.
Like Darren hit the nail on the head of here, lack of opposition. And that's the reason why Colourful Past will get it right today. She has been thereabouts to date, but have a look at her form line. She's got Time for Glory in her form line. She ran second in the nursery behind Maharani. She's got Give Me a Shot in her form line. She ran second in the Grade 2 Debutante behind Gobsmacked. Tulip Tree won from there. The horse that ran third on that occasion, Rarotonga Rose, if I'm not mistaken, came out and ran second to Tulip Tree. And she is really taken on nothing. So she should win. With regards to the first timer, Green Light, what is it?
Ranger.
Green Light Ranger.
What do they say?
In the front of the computer form, it does say will be green. So we gain into this race confident with regards to all our bankers.
All right, well, what have we got? Have we got a jackpot here? What are we taking here? Let's have a look. Race number 4 from the boys. They're taking the jackpots by banker. They'll banker this favourite, the 1 by 2, 3, 6, by 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, by 1, 4, 5 and 6. And we're going to take that 5 times. It's a 60 Rand perm. You can take it once if you feel. That's entirely up to you. Well, we have got that rerun where a colourful past ran behind Tulip Tree. Tulip Tree, just by the way, is in the white and black spotted sleeves. Colourful past gets taken up at the rail. That's in the blue body with the yellow spots. That's the one to watch. And you'll see as they pass the 200-metre mark now that the white blinkers trying to go through between them. And again, just a little bit hampered for a moment, so never really had the clearest of runs. Now Tulip Tree does go through with it, but Light of Day does rattle back at the rail over there in the red cap and does get the better of Tulip Tree. But the thing about this is that the second horse, Tulip Tree, came to win. Rarotonga Rose third came out to run second. And to be honest, I thought a colourful pass never had the best of runs. So based on that, should win. They'll go round the bend here over 1,700 metres on the main track. It's a handicap at the 71 level in this particular event. There are 8 of them whilst we were doing the show that should be lining up in this race. Let me have a look at the market, give you an idea. Where Sir Talon looks like he's the one to beat. 28-10. Wandering Star is 33-10, the second choice. Number 1, Lashawis is third choice and trading at 4-1. 9-2, Mingshi, number 6. Another Paul Peter horse. And I think he may hold the aces here. And then 4 Chasing Mavericks is 6-1, with number 7 Parker Getrix, who's at 6-1, 33-1 and better about the others. Is it a Paul Peter race? Is he going to run 1-2? Darren, how do you see it?
I fancy Sir Talon quite strongly here. Last time out, a bit one pace, took time to unwind on the inside track. I think he's going to be suited by the long run-in at the Vaal, 1,700 meters, the 1.5 kilos off his back, and horses like Mingshi in the race to make the pace. I think Sir Talon will be running on by the final 200 meters. So I thought good value at around 3-1 Sir Talon. Wandering Star, the main danger. Good last win. He was very unlucky in his penultimate start behind Legislate's Dance. He had nowhere to go. And then others to consider, Lashawes and Mingshi.
Okay. Sertel and Darren's first choice, Daryl?
I'm leaning towards Mingxi, Claude.
The other
I've
one.
had a look at this race. There's no pace. So in my opinion, based on what happened to Mingxi last time, I think he went far too quickly on that occasion. If he does find himself in front, he's certainly not going to be setting those fractions. And we're going to watch the replay of Sir Talon when he ran third in his later start. He took forever to get going. So I'm thinking if Mingxi can just set an even pace up front and skip for home, he might hold off Sir Talon. But let's see how it goes, because Sir Talon will certainly appreciate the longer running. Wandering Star, Darren touched on, very unlucky in his penultimate start. Last time he scored a deserving victory. The £3 is certainly not going to rule him out of contention of a year. And on that occasion, he beats a horse called Ha Moon, who's run third twice since then. So he's a consistent sort. He should be thereabouts once again. I think Mingxi is the right one ahead of Sir Talon and Wandering Star.
Okay, so you are Mingxi's first choice. Let's have a look at our selections for the race, and then we'll have a look at the rerun of Sir Talon. We're taking a jackpot, the second jackpot, 236 by 24567 by 1456 by 1256. That's a 240 Rand jackpot. Here's the rerun. This is when Sir Talon ran behind Blonde Act. Now, Sir Talon's on the far left of the picture in the orange and silver colours, about fourth or fifth at the moment, and about 7-8 lengths off the leader. Blonde Act comes home on the extreme right-hand side in those purple lilac colours and ends up winning. But Sir Talon, Darryl's on the complete opposite side, eh?
Yes, right down the inside, Clyde. You can still see he's under pressure at the moment, but have a look at the work he does in the latter stages. He's really doing his best work late, and if he's not too far off turning for him this time round, he should go very close today.
Interesting race. Keep a lookout. Will it be Paul Peter or not? Handicap now at the 90 level over 1,200 metres. This particular event, small field, there are only 7 of them that will go to the gate in this race. In terms of the market, let me give you an idea what World Sports Betting are suggesting that we have a look at. That Matisse, number 7, for Paul Peter and Muzieni are 17 to 10. 6 Twice a Splendid, second choice at 28 to 10. 4 Burning Wings is 3 to 1. Then you got 5 Vegas High Rise at 9 to 2. 2 Captain Hindsight is 10 to 1. There's 2 others, let's quote them. 1 Quick Kings Road is 20 to 1. And then you got the 3 Sullenberger, who's at 66 to 1. All right, Darren, Matisse does seem to be fairly decent. I mean, won impressively first time out. Second time, nothing wrong with the run. And I'm not sure why we would push against Matisse from winning a race like this, or are you in fact pushing in favour?
I'm actually in favour of a horse like Burning Wings. Last time out, ran second behind a decent sorts in Roll with the Punches. His ratings off a competitive mark. He's run off the likes of Vaal in the past. I think this is the right race for Burning Wings. Matisse, he's having his second run after a lengthy layoff. I think he might just need one more run to tighten up, but I do give him a winning chance. And Twice as Splendid, always right there at the finish.
Okay, well, let me talk to Daryl about Burning Wings. Let's talk about that. I mean, Run to Roll with the Punches, who we know is just one of those that jumps out the gate and, it's almost start to finish sort of. Doesn't really give much of the opposition a chance. How good is Burning Wings in your opinion?
He's in his place, Claude. Whereas a horse like Matisse certainly could be well ahead of the handicapper. He must have his issues because he was off the track for 7 months. Darren touched on it's his second run after a long rest.
Yeah.
That form line has been frank. Tuscan Winter came out and won again. The second and the fourth came out and ran third in the next outing. And he's only having his third start, Clyde. But let's see how he moves down to the start and make a decision thereafter. You are going to get another honest run from number 6, Twice as Splendid. He's very competitive with his current rating. Last time out on the inside track, he had the widest draw of all. Got into the race very, very late on that occasion. I think the jockey will suit him because he is a hold-up type of horse and he likes to be produced late. So in a small field, he shouldn't be too far off. And he could possibly run down the likes of Burning Wings and Matisse. But yes, a small field, but very, very competitive. And some decent sorts in here, Claude.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at what we're going to do from an exotics perspective. This is our play. We're taking the 6th race quartet, where we are going to box 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's move on to our next event on the card. This is race number 7 now. And the indication from a market perspective is that Queen of Gaul is favourite, 18-10. Number 4, Showtime, is 22-10. And 1, Benguela Cove, is 5-2. It's 11-2 and better about the others. Darren, does the win come from the top 3?
I think so. I like Benguela Cove in this lineup. You know, last time out, she took on a 97 handicap class field, and she just faded out of contention late behind Bon Vivant. She's never been the minimum trip of 1,000 meters, but she does show pace, and maybe this is the key. So I think Benguela Cove's definitely the horse to beat. I have respect for Queen of Gaul. Done nothing wrong in her first 4 starts to date. Should be very competitive. And then Showtime, returning after a break, should be thereabouts. I'll make the race between those 3. I can't see much else getting involved.
Well, let's talk about Benguela Cove, if you like that. Ran third to Bon Vivant, as you made reference to. And the 4th horse was a horse called Bequest, who came out straight after that and won, right?
Correct. And Gavin knows her extremely well. Is over 5 furlongs, but she does show enough pace to be in contention. And Clyde, you know, it is a graduation plate. She's £4 out with the likes of number 4 Showtime, who's best in of year. There is a comment in the front of the computer form with regards to Showtime, working well. Now, I think the couple of months off, she could have certainly benefited from the time off and strengthened up. She's useful. So I'm not discounting her chances. Queen of Gaul, on the other hand, she's a 3-year-old that has contested a handicap in the past. She ran second, got beaten a short head. So she's sort of proven her mark, because she did perform well and she got a £3 penalty on that occasion. So I'm not going to separate the 2 younger sorts in Showtime and Queen of Gaul. Benguela Cove, of the older horses, certainly the one to beat. And Clean Living, Clyde, last time I actually saw most of the track with her apprentice in the irons. I think with Simongo, if he can get her out in front, I wouldn't be shocked to see her win. She's got her work cut out at the weights, but she does have ability. And if the others fluff their lines, I wouldn't be surprised to see her get her head in front.
Can we put a line through the Queen of Gaul run in the nursery? Because I mean, Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime.
Like 7 lengths better than her.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Queen of Gaul in the nursery was a spent force at the 600.
Okay. So
her race was done.
That's not her run.
That's not her run, no.
So ignore that. Okay. Because this was Showtime. I've seen this horse in the flesh. Lovely horse. So,
and also, Clyde, Calvin Habib now takes the ride on Showtime.
Calvin Habib riding Showtime. Okay, let's put our selections up, guys. Then for this race, we're taking quartets. We're going 1, 4, 5, 6. We believe the win will come from one of those. And we're hoping that's how they'll cross the line in any particular order. The handicap rounds up the day. It's the 8th and final race. It's over 1,400 metres. It's up the straight at the Vaal. And interesting, there are 9 of them that'll go to the gate. Let's have a look at the market, get an idea as to what the story is. I'll bring that to you in a moment. It's just off my screen. I'll go to Darren first, get an idea as to what he likes. And I guess those that listen to the Paul Peter interview, they're very confident Cabinet Shuffle. I'm wary because I'm worried about Sounds of Hounds as one of my favourite horses. And I know you boys have been talking about Spin Doctor. So talk me into something here, Darren.
Well, my first choice is Spin Doctor. Now, last 2 runs, he didn't stay. He didn't find a finish over a mile. He didn't find a finish over 2,000 after traveling strongly. He is a course and distance winner. I think he's quite a decent sort. We haven't seen the best of him. And back over 1,400 Vaal straight, 57.5 kilos, we could see Spin Doctor bounce right back to best. But I've got respect for Sound of Hounds. You know, he's a decent sort on his day. He likes the Vaal straights. I'll make him a massive danger. And Cabinet Shuffle, you know, he's picked up penalties in his last 3 starts for running second. I think 7 points he's gone up in the ratings. It's not going to be easy, but he should be thereabouts. And Whirly the best of the rest.
Okay. Sound of Hounds, Cabinet Shuffle, Spin Doctor. Market-wise, I've got it for you now. 5 Sound of Hounds, 5-2. 2 Cabinet Shuffle, 33-10. And 6 Spin Doctor at 10 o'clock this morning, 7-2. 7-1 and better about the others. All right, Daryl, you know these horses well enough too, so let's dissect and give us an idea.
Yeah, Clyde, with regards to Sound of Hounds, now he's put in 2 decent efforts since that short break. So he's having his peak run. He ran above his rating on both occasions. In his penultimate start, he ran to 81. In his later starts, he ran to an 83. So off an 80 is very, very competitive. Positive with regards to him, he's drawn alongside the likes of Wakas, who's the likely
leader.
and he could just slot in behind him and get a good toe through. Then with regards to Cabinet Shuffle, now the stable were devastated. The stable companion beats him in his latest start. They were very, very bullish on that occasion. But that's racing. It just shows you Paul sends out all his horses trying. And he just happened to hold off Cabinet Shuffle. I know they rate him highly. That form line has been franked with Frontline Fighter and Southern Blaze coming to win from there. I think he's having his third run for his new yard. Now he'll get also a nice run in the race, running transfer with the likes of Let's Do It Again. Let's Do It, drawn alongside him. So if he could just take a slot in behind him and be produced late, he could be right there. And I'm not discounting the chances of Spin Doctor, much better than his latest two starts. A bit of a course and distance specialist. So yes, he should be right there. I'm really looking forward to this race, Clyde.
Yeah, it's sounding tricky, eh? I'm worried that it's a tricky race because Sound of Hounds can win, Cabinet Shuffle can win, Spin Doctor can win.
And if you listen to Track Talk on 4racing.tv, you'll hear Corne SP say Mkabisi is worth an each-way bet. So he's bullish too, Clyde. So this is a very, very interesting race.
Darren said Cabinet Shuffle incurred penalties the last two starts. Does that worry you?
Obviously, I mean, I'd like to have him come into this race without having incurred those penalties, but that's not the fact, Clyde. He's he's achieved his rating, and he's very competitive and he's fit.
All right. So
he's trained by Paul.
What are we backing?
Well, Darren's suggested a bet of and
what are you backing?
Spot on. I'm not having a bet. Well, on the nose, I'm not having a bet. I'm taking trifectas.
Can you believe this?
I'm taking trifectas.
Okay. All right, we'll take trifectas. Let's have a look. Darren, what is Darren doing here? Let me have a look at the 8th race. Put it up, please, Wasani. He's going into Spin Doctor. Darren Burrows, he's made up his mind for Lucky Udalakis. Cabela Matsanyani been riding them well. And that's the 8th and final race selection. All right, well, that takes care of our Waited to Win preview today. Thank you very much to the whole team for being here with us. Trust it was a good day for you. Hopefully it's all worked out. If it hasn't, well, don't fear. We come back every day to take on a new challenge. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much. Social media at Waited to Win. We're on Twitter. There's our WhatsApp number. Please join us when you can. It'd be greatly appreciated. And on YouTube, just search Waited to Win, and the show should be up there an hour or two before race time. Have a fabulous one, everybody. Thanks for your support.